Friday, May 29th, 5:12 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Last trading day of the month. Going to go over stock sectors. We wrap up the end of the month. These stock sectors, stock ETFs, 11 stock sectors, part of the S&P 500. This is the S&P 500 stock index, 20-year history. The S&P 500 stock index made an all-time new high this month. The S&P 500 is made up of 11 sectors. We'll look at those sectors, see which ones are the leadership, see about investing to outperform the S&P 500. The video before this, I highly recommend you watch. It shows you the stock indexes. These stock sectors are weighted average differently. I have other videos I explain that in detail. So the first sector we're looking here at is XLB. We're above the highs of last year. We're in a consolidation phase. It closed red for the month. It's underperforming the S&P 500. I choose to invest in leadership. I choose to invest in winners. The S&P 500 is winning better than this sector. This sector is hurting the S&P 500. XLC, inside candle for the month, below the highs. So it's underperforming the S&P 500. That's two sectors underperforming. Energy, yep, underperforming. It's not at the highs of the year. Financials, inside candle for the month. White, yellow candle, inside candle, means it couldn't decide. Really? It's that big of a problem? You had a whole month to do your homework, kids. So you couldn't decide to go above or below. You just stayed inside there. It's like when people bicycle, they use the front bicycle to coast. So they use less energy. Again, the financials are very important in the stock market. Technology. There we go. All-time new high. Look at that huge trading range. Bigger than the prior month. So again, the majority of the stock sectors I showed you are underperforming the S&P 500. This one sector, technology, is the leader. So I could buy, invest in this stock sector and avoid being part of the losers. XLI, yep, also underperforming. XLP, underperforming. XLRE, wow, below the highs of 2021, way underperforming. XLU, yep, broke the low of last month. So now the trend is down, lower highs, lower lows, underperforming. Healthcare, oof, just shy of the lows of the year. Not cool. And XLY, okay, it took out the high of last month, still underperforming. That was the monthly. Now let's take it to the weekly. XLK, technology, like I said, all-time new high. Look at that big run up. XLV, that's concerning the way it closed, like a dodgy candle here. And financials, oof, big consolidation here, might be forming distribution. And look, it's below all these highs of last year. So this was the highs of last year. This is the highs of this year. Struggling financials. XLK, okay, it broke out the high of last week and has a wick on top of it rejecting. XLC, This looks like consolidation. Might even start looking to trade bearish that. Opportunities to make money on the downside. So again, we know the S&P 500 all-time new high. I could look at these sectors and see which one's the worst one, and I could trade bearish that one because it's underperforming. That's one trade idea. XLI, dodgy candle. It's underperforming, not looking good. Another one, suspicious. Consumer staples. Oh, big sell-off this week. Look at that. Last week, bearish pin bar, tested that imbalance area, rejected, and a big red candle here. I mean, geez, what's going on here? Are there any problems with the economy? Aren't they all good kids? I mean, people tell me the economy's excellent. They're doing well. Energy. Yeah, big red candle. Also notice consolidation here. And an imbalance area here. Oops, went so fast. Well, now we're on materials. Yep. So it broke above that bullish pin bar of last month and already has a big wick here showing rejection. Big trading range. A lot of whipsaw here. And there we go. Again, the S&P 500. Only one sector, and that's the technology sector, is performing equal or better. So why would I want to, be in these other ones? So if you think you could outperform the S&P 500, there's opportunities you could do that by investing in the sectors. I prefer to stay in good stock indexes, buying on the dips. Thank you as always. Spend just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.